Welcome everybody. Follow me. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Hold your breath for 1, 2. Exhaling, 1, 2, 3. Inhaling through the nose, 1, 2, 3. Hold your breath for 1, 2. Exhaling, 1, 2, 3. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3. Hold your breath for 1, 2. Exhaling, 1, 2, 3. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3. Hold your breath for 1, 2. Exhaling, 1, 2, 3. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3. Hold your breath for 1, 2. Exhaling, 1, 2, 3. You've just practiced a windy breathing technique or a pranayama technique that engages the immune system and says, kick in. Kick in, immune system. Hi, my name is Samuel Barnes. I'm an instructor here for the City of Beverly Hills. I teach therapeutic Qigong that we're going to be doing today in this half-an-hour segment. I also teach Tai Chi, Bagua, Xingyi, Qigong, and meditation for the City of Beverly Hills. So we have a nice program together. Invite you guys to come and check it out. But today we're going to give you some hints and some practices to boost your immune system, to start healing your body, calming your mind, and allowing yourself to really start feeling this, this bliss, this energy at the center of your being that's infinite in potential to come out at any time. And even though when things may not be doing so well, you can stop and become still and then start to do these practices. And what you just practiced was, at the beginning, was called 3-2-3 breathing. And 3-2-3 breathing is where you're inhaling through the nose, a 3 count up. You hold your breath for 1, 2, and then you exhale a 3 count down through the mouth and nose. And then you again start again, inhaling 1, 2, 3, and you hold your breath for 1, 2, and then you exhale 1, 2, 3. This natural windy breathing technique starts to engage the immune system right away. In fact, it was first introduced in China in 1948 during the conflict between the Kuomintang, the national government of China at the time, and the communists. And when in the Kuomintang hospitals, when injured would come in to the hospital, of course everybody saw their doctor. The doctor had his name on his white robe. Everybody saw their nurse, and she had her name on the, or he, her or him had a name on their white robe. And then there was also, you could see, if you wanted, your Qigong master. And the Qigong master would have their name on the white robe, and people could request seeing their Qigong master, which usually was the Chinese. And this very famous Qigong master, whenever he would see somebody as a patient, he would always teach them this 3-2-3 breathing. And immediately this particular breathing technique would engage the immune system. Because what it does in this breathing pattern, it speaks a language that the body understands. The body understands many languages. Not like we understand a language, but it understands the language of breath and holds the breath. And this 3-2-3 breathing sends a message in a language the body understands. Immune system kick in. Immune system, if you're strong, be better. And so it would enhance these soldiers that were coming in that were injured into accelerating their healing process. In fact, soldiers that came in that had similar injuries, the ones that were doing this 3-2-3 breathing and working with this Qigong master, had a much more lower mortality rate and a faster recovery rate. So a simple breathing technique that can immediately start to engage the immune system. And I'll teach you another layer of it a little bit later. Another layer of it that takes it to a whole nother level in healing and in calming the mind. Today we are going to be working with therapeutic Qigong. Qigong is one aspect of Chinese medicine. There's four major areas of Chinese medicine. One is acupuncture. Many of you see an acupuncturist. At the same time, that acupuncturist is also an herbalist, usually. And so they can stick needles in you, start to free flow the energy, and give you herbs that help that too. In Chinese medicine, the free flowing of the energy, the qi that animates your body, is the centerpiece of the health of a person. And from a Chinese medicine perspective, if the qi is free flowing, there's not blockages, then the body starts to move into good health. And then the other very important, if not more important quality, is what is the quality of the qi? What is the quality of the qi? Is the qi agitated and turbulent? Like when we're in an anxious, anxiety-filled way? Or is it calm and quiet and peaceful when we're in this place where we're resting and digesting? And what's happening in those two extremes is that when we're in a very agitated energy state, that means the sympathetic side of the autonomic nervous system is hyperstimulated, or the fight or flight side. And the other side of the autonomic nervous system, the rest or digest side, or the parasympathetic side of the autonomic nervous system, is adulterated because the sympathetic side is hyperextended. So as we start doing this kind of work and calming the energy, then the rest and digest side becomes dominant. The sympathetic side becomes dormant, and then all of a sudden our immune system kicks in, and our body's natural healer within begins to engage and do the work. Because the healing is done by your body. Healing is done by that healer within you. And so we want to just through therapeutic Qigong get this particular part of your body engaged. Now, acupuncture and herbs are the two ways that are licensed in the state of California in the West. But there's two other aspects of Chinese medicine. One is Qigong, therapeutic Qigong, which we're going to do today, which is really insightful movement, breath, and mind focus, meaning moving with an insightful way the body, breathing in an insightful way like you did with 3-2-3 breathing, and focusing your attention in a way that allows the mind to calm the body down, the energy, and make it a good quality qi. So as we talked about a minute ago, as we open up the meridians start to free flow, and the quality of qi is good, and all of a sudden our body's in good health. And so today we're going to do movement and breath and mind focus. We've already done the breath with the 3-2-3 breathing, and we'll make sure that anchors us. And we'll add a new layer to it, as I talked about in the beginning, to make it even more potent. And then the last and the fourth section of Chinese medicine is Qigong massage. Qigong massage. It's really not massaging somebody. It's where the Qigong practitioner is in touch with their divine, highest, good quality energy, and they have the ability to send it out and start to transform blocked energy in other people, and allowing for the qi to flow, and also allowing for the other people's energy to calm down. So the practitioner is extending their energy out and assisting the other person with the free flowing of their energy that may be blocked, or the quality of the energy that may be turbulent. And so those are the four aspects of Chinese medicine. Today we're going to be really focused on the therapeutic Qigong aspect of Chinese medicine. And so let's just start. Put your hands over your navel. And then let your left hand come up to your heart. And this is called the exchange of fire and water in movement. There's a meditation technique. If you check the meditations that I've taught for the city, we did an exchange of fire and water with it. But this one is with movement. So the upper hand's over the heart, the lower hand is over the navel or the kidneys. And then we just start to let the upper hand come down towards the kidneys and the lower hand come up towards the heart. And when they reach those extremes, then they go the opposite direction again. So the upper hand goes down, the lower hand comes up, and now they exchange again. They're just flowing up and down, the left and right hand. It's just simple. In your palm is called the Lao Gung point. It's a concentrated energy center along the pericardium meridian that guides the energy from the water element in the kidneys up to the heart, and from the fire element of the heart down to the kidneys. And what happens in our lives is that sometimes this gets out of balance. The heart and its fire is not burning very hot. The water in the kidneys is too cold. So as we bring the hands up and down, exchanging the fire and water, as the lower hand comes up, it brings the water up. If the heart is burning too hot, too much stress, too much anxiety, it cools it down. And if the water's too cold and we can't get out of bed and we're stuck under our pillow and we got to get our energy going, the fire comes down with the upper hand to the water and starts to warm it up. Simple exchange of fire and water. It's better to do as slow as possible, because as we bring the fire down to the water, it warms up, and we bring the water up to the heart, it cools down the heart, and then there's this natural equilibrium that starts to happen. While you're doing this, keep your tongue touching with the mouth, breathe gently in and out through the nose. Anytime you're feeling anxious or your heart's on fire, remember to do this. Bring the water up, cool it down. Or if you're in a place of complete depression or you can't think, you're not clear, your heart's clouded, burning too hot, start doing the simple exchange of fire and water. And the water will come up and cool the heart down. Qigong is so simple, therapeutic Qigong is so simple. This exchange of fire and water will change your life. Put a light smile on your face as you're doing it. To learn another technique, keep the hands going. You might feel some heat in the hands and some tingling in the fingers now that you're starting to get this qi flowing from the kidneys to the heart, from the heart to the kidneys. And as you put a smile on your face, realize that it takes 80 muscles to flex the face to make any smile, from a Mona Lisa smile to a big old smile. Those 80 muscles, when they're flexed, they send a message to the brain to send neuropeptides, or chemical messenger molecules, to every cell bed of the body. And those chemical messenger molecules are sending the message of great joy to every cell of the body, and the cells start to become joy-filled. The body starts to heat up if it's too cold. The joy starts to become radiant in the cells and starts to engage our body system, just with a smile. That's why, when in doubt, smile. And one of my favorite techniques of getting out of bed, if for something, things are really thick and heavy, and I don't want to get out of bed and the pillow's over my head, I'll remember to just make a big smile, a fake smile. And as I make that big fake smile, it sends a message to the brain to send neuropeptides of great joy to every cell of the body. And even though I may not have any joy at that moment in my feeling, I jumpstart my cells with joy, with that smiling technique, and before you know, my body starts to respond. I start to feel like, oh yeah, I do want to get up. I'm not tired. It changes the energy. Because remember, friends, that energy is always changing. It's a natural law. If you've had physics, you know. Energy never stays the same. Emotions, we look at emotions as energy in motion, or emotions. So any emotion that you have is just energy, and it's a quality of energy that's determining your feeling, your experience of life. whether it's love, peace, inherent emotions, or emotional disorders you might be feeling of anger or self-doubt, anxiety, of course, grief, on and on and on. Those emotions, if you're feeling anger, you can change them. The energy in motion, or the energy that is the anger, wants to change. And all you have to do, start doing the exchange of fire and water, and you'll start seeing the anger, which we know is held in the liver, starts to transform into the inherent emotions. It's overflowing in the liver of kindness, compassion, benevolence, the exchange of fire and water. It's this simple, friends. It's this simple. So if you're getting on the airplane and you're a little anxious about, the people that are on, if you're on the plane, getting on the plane, and you're concerned about the viruses that are going on and the cleanliness of the air, or you're just afraid of planes, and you have this fear flowing from the kidneys, where fear is held in the kidneys, you start doing this exchange of fire and water, sitting in the seat before the plane takes off, and you'll start seeing that fear start to transform. And fear is held in the kidneys, loneliness is held in the kidneys as emotional disorders, but also held in the kidneys as inherent emotions is gentleness and rootedness, balance, pure vitality, great strength, and a deep anchored wisdom. Before you know it, that fear is transformed. And all of a sudden, you're not so anxious anymore, just by doing the exchange of fire and water. So let's close it. Leave your left hand. Let your left hand come high. Let your right hand come low. And then leave your right hand outside of your navel and let your left hand come down. And then slightly come inside the right hand. Both palms are over each other in the lower dantian. The left hand is 1.5 inches away from the navel. The right hand is 1.5 inches away from the top of the left hand. And you feel these gaps, and you start feeling energy in the palms and fingers if you haven't felt it already. And you feel energy moving into what we call the lower dantian, or the field of elixir. This lower dantian is the area that we protect what we call the pre-birth chi, or the Jing energy. We're putting more energy in this lower dantian to fill up this area. And then take a breath into the left fingers. And then exhale, let the left hand just rest on your stomach. It's touching your body now. Then inhale from your heart into your right hand all the way to your fingers. Hold your breath and let your right hand, as you hold your breath, come down and rest on top of the left hand, right on top of it, holding your breath. And then with a great release, exhale. Feel the energy surge into your lower dantian, filling it up. And then with a conscious inhale, expand your hands and feel your whole lower dantian fill up with chi. And then lift this energy up. Just lift it up over your head. Exhale it down. Feel the energy following the hands down through the body. Chi's all around you. Lifting up the chi in your immediate field, lift it up. And exhale down. And then the last time we inhale up, this time right to our forehead. And exhale down. Let your hands come down onto your knees, head up, chin lightly tucked. And feel the exchange of fire and water continuing to rise up from the kidneys to the heart, descend down from the heart, the fire to the water in the kidneys. Because you engage this flow. Feel the calm and quietness of your body. And now inhale, 1, 2, 3. Hold your breath for 1, 2. Exhale, 1, 2, 3. Inhaling, 1, 2, 3. Hold your breath for 1, 2. Exhaling, 1, 2, 3. Inhaling 1, 2, 3. Hold your breath for 1, 2. Exhaling 1, 2, 3. Move to a natural breath. As we continue our progress here. Now we're next layer of this 3-2-3 breathing. Instead of counting 1, 2, 3 on the inhale up, and then holding for 1, 2, and counting 1, 2, 3 on the way down, I'm going to say 4 words that you can say in your mind as you breathe in. The 4 words on the way up are, my mind is peaceful. That's the inhale, hold for 1, 2. And then exhaling, the words on the way down is, my body is healed. So on the inhale, you say, my mind is peaceful, or I'll say it out loud for you. Hold your breath. And then on the exhale, my body is healed. Follow me. Let's do it. We'll do 5 rounds. I'll say the words. You just breathe, hold, and then exhale. So inhaling, my mind is peaceful. Hold your breath for 1, 2. Exhaling, my body is healed. Inhaling, my mind is peaceful. Hold your breath for 1, 2. Exhaling, my body is healed. Inhaling, my mind is peaceful. Hold your breath for 1, 2. Exhaling, my body is healed. Inhaling, my mind is peaceful. Hold your breath for 1, 2. Exhaling, my body is healed. One more round. Inhaling, my mind is peaceful. Hold your breath for 1, 2. Exhaling, my body is healed. You move to a natural breath. The next layer of this powerful practice, this windy breathing practice that was introduced by this great master in the 40s in China, still used today by the Qigong masters and by the community to heal the body. And I highly recommend using it right before you go to bed. You've done your rituals. Everybody has their rituals before they go to bed. The best ritual to not have is watching TV in the last 30 minutes before you go to bed, especially violence or anything like that. But the best rituals are something like a warm bath and calm, quiet music and loved ones around. And then when you crawl into bed, putting your head on your pillow, the last thing you do, and this is what I do every day, close your eyes and then inhale, my mind is peaceful. Hold your breath for 1, 2. Exhaling, my body is healed. You continue that. And you'll find that you'll go to sleep almost like that, even if you have trouble sleeping. Because the power of this windy breathing technique, the power of the words that you're speaking with it are potent. And all of a sudden your mind, the last thing it's thinking and digesting all night long is, my mind is peaceful, my body is healed. And that message goes into your brain, the last thing. And all night long, the body and mind circulate this peaceful mind and this body that's healing, and it engages. And you will have miraculous things happen. And I was just sharing earlier today with a class that last week I had some pain in my upper part of my teeth on my right side. I do have a compromised area that's a big area. My dentist and I have been watching it. I keep it clean, so it's not trouble. But obviously there's some adulteration there energetically. And I was having this pain in the middle of the night. So right away when I had it, I rolled over and I went, inhaling, my mind is peaceful, hold my breath. 1, 2, exhaling, my body is healed. And I did 5 rounds and I watched the pain just disperse. It hasn't been back. So, using the mind, called psychoneuroimmunology by the Western medical doctors, using the mind to heal the body. You're using the mind by planting messages in the mind through breath work that's sending a message to the body to engage the immune system. And all night long, therapeutic Qigong technique of 3-2-3 breathing engages, and for me, the pain went away and hasn't been back. I invite you to practice 3-2-3 breathing, regular as possible. Anytime you're feeling anxiety, anxious, go right in, sit down, find a place. Because your anxiety is fueled by the thoughts of the mind, the fear-based energy. And so all you need to do is stop and become still. And what does that mean? Stop and become still is you stop what you're doing, stop who you're engaging with, move to a place. If you have to go to the bathroom, sit in the toilet area, and stop and become still. And then inhale, my mind is peaceful. Hold your breath for 1, 2. Exhaling, my body is healed. And you do that several rounds. Your mind harmonizes, your body harmonizes up with the mind. And all of a sudden you're in a whole new consciousness and you can go out and face wherever you're facing. But take good care of yourself. Don't dwell in the essence of a busy mind and the anxiety that's going on. Use a technique like 3-2-3 breathing. Use a technique like just smiling and changing the energy of the body into a joyful, energetic radiance of energy coming from the cells. And allow yourself to start moving through your life with these simple techniques, with ease, grace, and equanimity. My name is Samuel Barnes. I'm an instructor here at the City of Beverly Hills. So happy to share with you today. Look forward to seeing you again online. Check out some of the other videos that we've done that are accessed in the library. Tai Chi, Qigong, active meditation, passive meditation, and this is, of course, the therapeutic Qigong. And take good care, be well, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.